Ambiguous grammar or ambiguity. A grammar that produces more than one leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation for some sentence is called as an ambiguous grammar. That is nothing but if for a particular grammar, if we can construct if we can construct more than one parse tree, it is called as an ambiguous grammar. So example, consider the grammar as E tends to E plus E or E star E, E minus E and ID. So the input grammar we need to, the string we need to derive is ID plus ID star ID. So E tends to E plus E. So based on the given input string, we need to take the grammar and derive that input string. So E tends to E plus E. So in place of E, we can substitute it with ID. E tends to ID. E tends to ID plus E. E tends to ID plus, in place of E, we are substituting with E star E, and E tends to ID plus, in place of E we are substituting with ID star E, and E tends to ID plus ID star ID. E tends to E star E. By using this we are trying to derive the input string. So now E tends to, in place of E we are substituting with E plus E star E. In place of E we are substituting with ID plus E star E. ID plus, in place of E we are substituting with ID star E. So that totally derives ID plus ID star ID. So we are able to derive two parse trees from the given input grammar. So that is called as an ambiguous grammar. So through this we can construct the parse tree. So to check whether the parse tree is correct or not, we will be using the operator precedence. Consider another example for the ambiguity. S tends to A, S, B or S, S. S tends to epsilon. So the string we need to derive is A, A, B, B. So S tends to S, S, as the string we need to derive is A, A, B, B. So now S tends to epsilon and S tends to A, S, B, and S tends to A, and S tends to epsilon, and S tends to B. So now again S tends to, we are substituting it with ASB. So S tends to ASB, and again S tends to, we are using the same ASB, and S tends to epsilon. So the grammar, if the grammar has ambiguity, then it is not good for compiler construction. So ambiguity is nothing but if we are able to construct more than one parse tree by using the given grammar, it is called as an ambiguity.